God's advice today. God is sending many signs, but it seems like you are ignoring all of them. So please do not ignore this video, as it is a message from God's heart to bless your life today. Before we continue, please leave your like so that more people can be reached by this message, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to receive more videos like this. Don't ignore this video and stay until the end. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and the second best manifestation offer in the world. God said, "Listen to me, my dear child, for there are moments when the weight of life seems unbearable, and difficulties may make us doubt our ability to move forward. However, I want you to know that you are never alone. God, in His infinite goodness, walks beside you every step of the way, ready to support your heart in times of weakness. He will never allow you to face challenges without the strength needed to overcome them. When fear tries to paralyze you, remember that faith in God is the key that opens doors, and with Him by your side, nothing is impossible. In the midst of suffering, He transforms the heart, giving us wisdom to understand that even in adversity, He is working for our good. No matter how difficult the road may be, there is always a hidden lesson, an opportunity for growth, and, most importantly, a divine plan unfolding so that you may become stronger, braver, and closer to His light. Trust, for with every step you take, He is with you, guiding and sustaining you. Keep walking with faith, for God never fails in His promises. Are you seeking a profound spiritual change in your life and in the lives of those you love? Imagine attracting wealth and abundance in less than a week, while blessings pour over you daily. It all starts with a simple prayer of 1 minute. To discover how this technique can transform your reality, click the link in the first comment. Every step you take towards this journey not only benefits you but also supports our channel and the dedicated team bringing this valuable content to you. Do not wait any longer to begin this journey of spiritual and material transformation. Click now to learn more and start your path toward a fuller and more abundant life. Comment, "I trust in God, He is my refuge and peace." In times of anguish, it is natural for us to question the purpose of our suffering. We ask, "Why me? Why this?" However, the Bible teaches us that the difficulties we face are not without purpose. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Romans chapter 8 verse 28. Sometimes, suffering is the process through which God shapes us, strengthening us for the purpose He has for our lives. It is not easy to understand God's ways, but we can be certain that He works on our behalf, even when we cannot see the big picture. Every difficulty we face is an opportunity to grow, learn, and trust more deeply in His wisdom and love. Comment, even in suffering, God has a greater purpose for my life. Faith is the key to overcoming difficulties. When we look to the Bible, we see how great characters of faith faced seemingly impossible challenges but remained steadfast because they trusted in God. The Apostle Paul, for example, wrote in 2 Corinthians 12 chapter 9, "But he said to me, My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." In our frailty, God becomes strong. When we are tempted to give up, we remember that His grace is enough, that He gives us the strength to keep going, even when we feel we cannot go on. God never abandons us. He always provides what we need to move forward. Comment, "The grace of God is enough for me, even in my weaknesses." When life becomes difficult, one of the greatest lessons we can learn is the importance of trust. It is easy to trust in God when everything is going well, but true trust is shown in moments of uncertainty. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. Proverbs chapter 3 verses 5 and 6. When we trust in God completely, without depending on our own understanding or logic, He guides us and makes our path straight. Trusting in God allows us to rest, knowing that He has control of our lives, even when the circumstances are uncertain. Comment: I choose to trust in God, for He is my firm rock. The Bible also teaches us about the importance of patience. Sometimes, we want things to be resolved quickly, but God has a perfect timing for everything. He knows our needs and is working on our behalf, even when we do not see immediate results. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. Galatians chapter 5 verses 22 and 23. Patience is a virtue that God wants to cultivate in us. When we are patient, we are trusting in His timeline and in His plan for our lives. God teaches us that waiting is not a punishment but a process of refinement. Comment: patience is a virtue that draws me closer to God and strengthens my faith. In times of difficulty, it is important to remember that God's love never fails. He is faithful and will never abandon us, regardless of the circumstances. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures, He leads me beside quiet waters. Psalm 23 verses 1 and 2. God cares for us as a shepherd cares for his sheep, guiding us to still waters and providing the rest our soul needs. When we are tired and burdened, He invites us to rest in His presence, trust in His care, and let His love renew us. His love gives us security and peace in the midst of life's storms. Comment: God is my shepherd, and in His presence, I find peace and rest. Did you know there is a powerful method to manifest money? This technique can transform your beliefs about reality at the deepest level of your subconscious mind and has literally changed my life. We would like to invite you to try this incredible technique. We believe that when you trust that God wants to manifest in your life, you gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each one of us in unique and wonderful ways. Therefore, be open and confident when seeking His blessings and divine direction, believing that He has a special plan for you. To support our channel and the team that works hard to bring this valuable content, we ask that you consider purchasing our product. Just click the link in the first comment to see how this technique can work for you too. Your purchase will not only help you manifest the life you desire but will also allow us to continue sharing inspiring and transformative messages with more people. We appreciate your support and trust. God calls us to be a light in the world, even in the midst of difficulties. In our times of trial, we can choose to respond in a way that reflects the peace and hope He offers. Every challenge we face is an opportunity to demonstrate the strength of our faith. When we face difficulties with confidence in God, our lives become a living testimony of His love and constant presence in our walk. By allowing divine light to shine through our actions, we not only strengthen ourselves but also inspire those around us, becoming instruments of hope and comfort. We are called to be beacons in a world often marked by darkness, showing that even in the most difficult moments, God is with us, guiding us, and sustaining us. Every step of our journey with God, no matter how challenging, brings us closer to His presence. When we surrender to Him, we are transformed, and our faith is strengthened. Walking with God may be full of obstacles, but the reward of His constant companionship and His care in every moment makes it all worthwhile. By trusting in His plan for our lives, we find purpose and direction. He never abandons us, and in His wisdom, He works all things for our good. It is in trusting His purposes that we find true peace, knowing that, regardless of circumstances, He always has the best for us. May we walk with faith and courage, allowing His light to guide us each new day. In every moment of our journey, there is a greater force that guides us, sustains us, and offers us protection, even when we don't perceive it. We all face moments of doubt and insecurity, but what truly defines our path is not the challenges that arise in our way, but how we choose to deal with them. God, in His infinite wisdom, is always with us, even when the fog of life makes it hard to see. By trusting in His guidance, even in the most challenging circumstances, we are transformed and guided to a future full of possibilities and fulfillment. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Perhaps you are faced with your imperfections, past mistakes, and deepest doubts. The feeling of not being enough can be overwhelming, but I am here to remind you of one essential truth: you are more than the sum of your failures. You are a divine creation, full of potential, and you were placed in this world with a unique purpose. Your worth is not determined by what the world says about you or by what you think of yourself. Your value is in God, who created you with a perfect and unchangeable plan for your life. The difficulties of life can make us doubt our worth and abilities, but it is in those moments that true faith begins to blossom. When everything seems lost, that is when the strength God placed within you becomes most visible. He has not left you to fight alone. In fact, every difficulty you face is an opportunity to grow and become stronger. What many see as weakness, God sees as an opportunity to show His strength. He will use your struggles as springboards to take you to higher places, closer to Him, and nearer to His purpose. Do not allow the voices around you, often critical and negative, to define who you are. The words of others can be painful, but they have no power over your identity. Only God has that power. He is the one who sees what is in your heart, knows your dreams and your limitations, yet still chooses to believe in you. When you face adversity, remember that it is not the end of the story. Every challenge is just a chapter of the journey God has written for you. He is preparing something far greater than you can imagine. God is not just watching your journey from afar, He is walking by your side. In moments of solitude, He is the constant presence that sustains your heart. When you feel weak and out of strength, He is the renewing force that refreshes your soul. Life can be challenging, and often circumstances may seem unbearable. But I want you to know, God is with you. He will not abandon you in your difficulties. With every step you take, He is by your side, guiding you with love, offering His grace, and renewing your hope. Even when everything seems lost and the weight of the world seems to fall upon you, it is important to remember that the darkest moments are often followed by the brightest transformations. On many occasions, it is precisely when we are at our lowest point that the light of renewal begins to emerge. When you feel defeated, do not give up, because it may be at that very moment that I step in with renewed strength to guide you. Everything around you may seem to be crumbling, but transformation is already taking place at deep and invisible levels. I ask you to open your eyes and look more closely. See the small improvements and the steady progress that may seem subtle, but together they indicate a great step toward change. When you take a moment to reflect, you will realize that the challenges that once seemed insurmountable are now being transformed into opportunities to grow. You may see that setbacks, which once appeared as defeats, are actually steps forward in your journey, bringing you closer to the place you were called to reach. In this moment of struggle, it may be tempting to turn away or succumb to despair, but it is precisely now, in the midst of the storm, that true transformation takes place. If you give in to the temptation to abandon or divert your gaze from the journey, you may miss the chance to witness the completion of this transformative chapter. Know that you are not here only for your own growth, but also to be a beacon of hope and strength for those who have yet to find their way. The words you receive and the lessons you learn along this journey are precious. Share them with others. There is always someone around you who is looking for a word of hope, someone who needs a reminder that support is always within reach. Do not isolate yourself in pain. Your walk is also an opportunity to bring others along with you. Remember, there is no shame in needing help. We all need it at some point. So, when you feel your strength waning, affirm your inner commitments. Tell yourself that you will continue, that you will move forward, and that renewal will come. Affirm these words with faith and an open heart, for in the space where you find support, there is no judgment. What exists is love, the opportunity for healing, and a constant affirmation of your worth. The challenges, harsh words, and external criticisms are temporary. They are like mist that dissipates over time, while the truth of your strength remains firm and unshakable. What truly matters are the principles you choose to embrace and follow. These principles, these inner values that are not shaken by temporary circumstances, are the anchors that will keep you standing when the world around you seems to waver. I ask you to hold on to these truths, for they are unchangeable and eternal, even when the opinions of others change. As you move forward, some may expect you to stumble, but I will make sure that your final success is evident to all. Your success will be so clear and visible that even those who once discarded you will have to acknowledge the strength and influence that has always guided you. This is not about retribution or settling scores. It is about revealing the power that comes from perseverance, determination, and courage. Your progress not only elevates you but also inspires others to believe in the possibility of transformation in their own lives. Many, seeing your journey, will ask, "How did you do it?" And you will be able to answer with simplicity and sincerity. It was through a firm commitment to continuous improvement, the willingness to seek support when needed, and above all, by the quiet strength that has always supported you, even when you couldn't see it. That strength is with you every step of the way. Keep moving forward, even when the road seems long or the end distant. The best is yet to come. When you feel tempted to give up, remember that the moment of greatest difficulty often precedes the greatest revelation of God in your life. He never leaves you in the middle of a battle without providing the necessary resources to overcome it. And often, the greatest blessings come after the hardest times. What you are experiencing now may be the preparation for something even greater that is yet to come. God does not waste a single moment of your life. He uses every challenge to refine your faith, patience, and trust. Every pain, every suffering, every battle you've faced has not been in vain. God has used each of these experiences to shape you, to prepare you for the future He has planned. The way you respond to adversity defines who you will become. When you choose to trust in God, even in the middle of the storm, you demonstrate the depth of your faith. This trust is not something that comes easily. It is cultivated over time, through experience, perseverance, and above all, an unshakable belief that God is always by your side. In the journey of life, there are moments of darkness that may make us question the purpose of everything we are facing. But it is in these moments that God's light shines most brightly. He transforms darkness into light, tears into joy, and weakness into strength. Life can be hard, but remember that difficulty does not define the end. The conclusion of your story will be glorious, and what you are facing now is only preparation for what is to come. God is the author of your life, and He never fails to complete His work. Finally, never forget that you are not alone on this journey. Even when the world seems to be falling apart around you, God is with you. He will never leave you. His hand of grace and mercy will never move away from you. When you are about to fall, He will be there to hold you. When you feel that you have no strength to continue, He will be your strength. God is working, even when you cannot see it, guiding you through trials and leading you to the abundant life He promised. Trust in His timing and His plan, for He never fails to fulfill His promises. With God by your side, victory is certain. With love, God. I hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If you liked it, please write Amen and share this message with someone who also needs to hear it. I invite you to click on the first comment where you will find a special prayer and the second best manifestation offer in the world. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.